Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remaster. Today it's going to be Snow and Shine. Here today for you on an epic game on Polypoid. It's another RTB TV replay, bottom left. It's going to be Snow. He is a titan of Protoss these days. In the top left, it is going to be Shine. Not quite at the level, but he is very aggressive. But people know that. So, is he going to be aggressive and Snow's going to expect it, or is it going to be macro and Snow doesn't expect it? Here on Polypoid, we will have to wait and see. I do feel like Snow respects Shine enough to not go Nexus first, but sometimes it's a risk you have to take, especially on a giant 4-player map. So we will see if he does that here today, but man, that is a rare, rare, rare thing. So here we go, Pylon, very, very good. And Command Center first against Snow is pretty much a very, very, not very smart decision. But again, 4-player map. Just hoping that he doesn't scout you early and hope to get away with it. So we will see if Shine goes again for a very, very macro style oriented opening. And yeah, this is going to be a gateway. So respecting Shine enough to do a gateway here today. And if Shine respects Snow so much, yep, we're gonna do a barracks and then a factory. But you know, barracks, bunker, and then an expansion and then a factory is an a-okay build order for Terrans for, you know, a long time, like 20 years or so. Yo. All right. So, scouting out is Steve the SCV. Boom, boom. Oh, cybernetics core and gas. So they're going to be Dragoons in your future. Mr. Shiny's like, I already know that, Falcon. Okay, near future. Mr. Shiny. Like, I already knew that too. All right, fair enough. Fair enough, Shiny. No gas. So yeah, going to do an expansion here. Kacharunski. Second pylon. And enough gas for singularity charge. Once the cybernetics core finishes, everything is lining up and coming up Snow. Bam. Oh, no, Dragoon. Dragoon first. Okay, fair enough. And singularity charge. Range. Yay! There we go. Alright, so singularity charge coming in here. Probe says, am I getting blocked? No, no engineering bay. Fantastic. Let's expand now, but we've got Dragoons loaded up and ready to rock here against Shine. Awesome. So pretty solid opening here, obviously, from Snow. He's a little bit late on range, but I don't think it matters all that much. Because there's not really such thing as a range timing attack, I don't think, against Terran. I mean, you don't want it to be, you know, 20 minutes into the game you finally get range, but you're not trying to hit a timing here with range and take down the Terran player is what I'm trying to say. Oh, quick plug for Scavenger's Reign. It is actually on Netflix. It's not rain like it falls from the sky. It's rain like a king's reign, R-E-I-G-N. So check it out, man. It's on Netflix. It's a great, great animated 12-episode, like 30-minute episodes, 12-episode first season. Really good stuff, man. It's basically the survivors of a spaceship crash that end up on an alien planet, which is what you do when that happens. And just the alien biodiversity. Like, some incredible thought went into the world build for this show, and it's wonderful and amazing. The character work is incredible. The voice work is really good, too. I like it a lot. So check out Scavenger's Reign. That's the Falcon recommendation of the week, maybe. I don't know. Day? I make recommendations when I want to make recommendations. So, that's right. Pop. Gallon's actually recommended that one to me. He's one of the people that sends in replays for the Sunday stream. And he's also in the Discord server. He's a longtime subscriber of the channel. Very cool dude. Like him a lot. He's recovering from a foot injury, a Liz Frank injury, I believe, which I know about from sports. I think that's what it was. Anyway, Scavenger's Range, check it out. So here we go. Look, Dragoon with range, bunker. Ta-da! That's what it's all about in the house. Engineering bay coming in for turrets because we're worried about drops because it's snow. He's got a robotics facility coming in. And there you go. Observatory, and then probably a robotic support bay next, if I had to guess, with the very next building that's going to warp in here for snow is going to be. This is a good map for dropping. I mean, not that there are maps that are horrible for dropping, but look at all this space. You could drop like 27 Reavers in here and have enough room. You're still not doing it. This is fun. Siege Tank says, get off my lawn. If there were 4 to 5 Dragoons here, they might try to jump on that thing and kill it, but there's only 3 because Snow's getting a 3rd Nexus warped in. I was wrong. I thought it was going to be a robotic support bay next, but right here, maybe do put these probes to work. Snow, come on, Snow. See, this should make it feel better, because not every single worker that is made is immediately put on minerals, even if you're Flash, even if you're Snow, even if you're Jaedong, or Soul Key, right? Man, these are 3, though. We're getting a little bit up there. I guess you're really worried about this Marine tank push, which makes sense. You're like, oh, can I save my 3rd base or not? Quick, take the high ground. Get Dragoons here. Pull Dragoons into this narrow choke. I'm waiting for these guys to go to work. I'm really distracted by that. There is a robotic support bay warping in. All right. Marines, spider mines, tanks. All these things are the natural enemies of the Dragoon. But there's an obs out now, so that makes it a lot easier to deal with. Is there a robotic support bay? Where is he? Oh, just right at the front door of the natural. Wow. The vacuum cleaners are here, just in full view of everyone. Fair enough. Shine gets a 3rd base at relatively to the same time that Snow does. I mean, it's not that far behind. I like it. Keeping up. Keeping up with the Joneses here. Armory coming in because we're meching, obviously. Let's go ahead and make some tanks. Reavers in production. Shuttle already out. You have to be aware that there's always the threat of this Reaver stuff from certain players, but especially from Snow, man. And from White-Ra. White-Ra loves his shuttle play too, and Reavers and his special tactics, and will use them more often than most other Protoss players will at this highest level. It's just tough. It's tough, man, because if you're not careful, you lose that shuttle and there's 2 Reavers in it, and it's a major blow to what you're trying to do. It can actually set you back massively, so you have to watch out for that. But Snow is brave enough and good enough to go for the Reaver shenanigans. All right, where did you go? Where are you? Here you are. You have 2 Zealots and a Reaver inside. Very traditional compositional choice. Zealots to absorb the initial tank hits or vulture hits or whatever hits. Ooh, look at that turret under the engineering bay. That's good. And an SCV there, too. But splash damage says we just hit everything there. All right, get out of here. Missile turret. Did they get a hit off? Oh, gosh. Ow. Ooh, good micro by Shine. Is able to get a hit off there on the Reaver and then also unsiege and run away, not take much damage at all from the Reaver. Good. That's great defense from Shine. No, he didn't kill the Reaver or the shuttle, but I think he did a pretty good job shoving that away. Turret died. Couple SCVs went down. Not the end of the world. Not even close. 4th base coming in from Snow on Polypoid. He is just macroing his absolute face off here. Charon boost is on the way. Big fan of the Charon boost. That's an upgrade you don't want to skip either. There's a long list of upgrades that you just don't want to skip ever. And then there are upgrades that you want to skip most of the time. There's a Starport coming in. It's probably going to be for Race to try to deal with this very shuttle stuff. Alright. Man, this is a fairly deep position. Reaver unloads in the natural base. Oh no, the shuttle died immediately. Okay, that Scarab did nothing. This Scarab's going to kill the Vulture? Wow, we're just diving in. Dragoons are diving in, folks. Going to try to kill the tank on the high ground, make it easier for the Reaver to do stuff here in the natural base. But it's taking hits. Too many hits. There's nothing in the bunker, though. That would help kill this thing for sure. Look at him go! SCVs are fighting. Dragoons are getting citizens arrested by SCVs on some level here. This Reaver's like, where is my ride? Why am I... Oh, one more shot would be big. No, Siege Tank wipes it out. But this Dragoon attack, woo, has taken out so many Siege Tanks. So many SCVs have died, and these guys are not done yet. Oh, no, 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 no. 2 kills. 2 kills, 1 kill, 4 kills, 7 kills on that Dragoon. How many of those are SCVs? How many of those are Dragoons? Vulture's fine. But seriously. Okay, Spider Mine. Trying to micro away from the Spider Mines and kill a Siege Tank. Oh, that was disgusting. He wants to kill another SCV down in this bottom corner. Guaranteed damage. Taking out a Vulture's a good use of these guys' time, too. 6 kills on that Dragoon before it gets blasted. But, man, Snow's expanding to another base. A 5th base? Wow, behind this, in the bottom right, 4th base is rolling at 6 o'clock. It's 68 probes to 57 SCVs. This is bananas. This is a great opening from Snow. The early Reaver stuff didn't do as much as he wanted to, and he's like, all right, fine. Let's get an early Dragoon attack deep into Shine's base. Mike, just throw everything into chaos, stop augmenting the natural base for a while, kill a bunch of Siege Tanks and a bunch of SCVs, and then just expand behind it. It'll be fine. And it was fine. Yeah, man. Snow's a monster. Look at this little... Wow, look at this setup. That is a fantastic looking little SimCity setup here. It's, what does it remind me of? It reminds me of some of, like, the troop transports in the Star Wars prequels. Especially in the Phantom Menace. I think there was one that kind of looked like this, if you know what I'm talking about. Probe transfer down to the bottom right. 69 to 67 workers. Not as many SCVs died to really shut this thing down. Ooh, we're getting some scans. We're getting some scans. Scan. Hey, look, Dragoons and Zealots. Hey, look. There's a cannon coming up inside the mineral line. Hey, look. There's really no sign of carrier transition here, which might actually work. Look at that SCV. Breakdancing. On the job. Get back to work, SCV. Come on, man. Ooh, DT's in production. Storm's on the way, too. Templar Archives is being used a lot right now. And there is a shuttle out there somewhere. Here it is. Okay, we're going to try to sneak up this left side. There are 2 turrets over here now, though. Can you get in? Oh, 3rd turret means shuttle's dead. But Reaver unloads. 1 Zealot unloads. And once again, this Reaver just not getting huge groups of SCVs like Snow wants it to. You know what? They don't always work as well as you'd want them to, I guess, is the lesson that we're learning here today. Not everything goes according to plan, especially in StarCraft, especially against somebody as good as Shine. He's really doing a good job mitigating the damage of the Reavers today. Dragoons probably did more work than he wanted them to, but Reavers have not gotten that big, juicy hit. Even this one that dropped inside the natural base right on top of this mineral line, basically, the Scarabs were not able to get through this little area and did almost nothing. So Shine's got to be happy about that. No upgrade to the ground units for our guy. +1 attack for the siege tanks. Mech units are getting upgrades. Always good. Oh my gosh, is that a... Yeah. 6th base. Snow, bottom right. Be there or be square. He's throwing a party. Throwing a rager out there. I read that Gen Z kids don't actually party anymore. Like, that's just completely been lost to culture, which, I mean, that was not really anything I did as a, I don't know, they call me a Zillennial, Gen X millennial, kind of right on the border of those 2 ones, and partying was huge for the kids I went to school with, but anymore, I don't know. Oh my gosh, another base. Okay, so, yep, this is Snow just being like, I'm expanding everywhere because guess what? I'm going to lose some bases here. The tank count is getting pretty big. The upgrades are nice. Shine is good enough to move out and cause me some major problems. So if we expand here, he'll kill this, feel good about it, and then not realize I've got, you know, these 3 other bases in the bottom right. Probably going to expand over here to the 9 o'clock or 3 o'clock as well, whatever clock that is. 8 gateways coming in. Yeah, setting up that summer home at 14 minutes for Snow. But also, maybe you could just use the production, right? Is it 70 probes? He has 6 bases with a 7th base coming in on the left side. And sure, it's a 3-basing Terran, which is a little bit intimidating, but you feel better about it when you have 7 bases as a Protoss. Yeah, coming up that ramp's going to be a little bit tough. It's always tough to go up a ramp in StarCraft, really, no matter what you're doing. But especially with Dragoons, and especially with siege tanks on the high ground, and spider mines, and vultures, and all that mess. So, not really interested in popping up there, are we? But to the point that you want to let him have it, I guess is the question. I don't know, you're basically maxed out. You're developing a bank. I would say, how many units do you want to sacrifice to kill this base? Make sure it doesn't happen anytime soon. I don't know. You also have to worry about Shine moving down this left side, which he kind of poked, saw what was going on down there. But this old Spider-Man siege tank setup here at the third base is pretty turtly. He's come and get me, he says. I am strong. You can't kill me here. 8th base from Snow coming up 3 o'clock as predicted. Dragoons poking in, clearing out spider mines, out of range of siege tanks. It's a very tight position to be close enough to kill the spider mines and not so close that the siege tanks are smacking you right in the face. Vulture's going for that run-by lifestyle. See you later. Woo! Okay, so they're going to go for scouting missions. There are not enough vultures to kill this entire thing. They might kill a cannon. I'm not sure if that's worth all the vultures. This top right base, too, they're like, hey, can't expand everywhere. Let's wipe out this right side, 7th base, too. Oh my gosh, there's this base too. Okay, so Shine needs to do something. He needs to expand. Good. Maybe expand again? Because Snow's at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total bases. 9 bases at 16 minutes is elite. That is a situation that a Terran player does not want to see from his opponent under any circumstances. It reminds me of the best game of TVP I maybe ever cast, which is Light versus Flash, where Light is off-racing as a Protoss player, where Light did this. This is exactly what Light did to Flash, because he mains Terran and he knows what to do to crush a Terran player is to expand 8,000 times. Man, if you didn't watch the Tengu versus Snow game from last week that I labeled God tier StarCraft because it is, that's a lot of what Tengu did, too, to open it up. I mean, he expanded a whole bunch. Basically, the lesson here is that expanding is good. Anyway, this bottom leftish base, again, I don't think Snow minds if it gets delayed or a few workers die at it. He's not going to freak out about it. Because he's got so many bases, he can afford some level of loss. I mean, yes, he doesn't want siege tanks to roll in here and start crushing everything he owns, one after the other, in a very particular way. And just a steamroll, but like he could lose this one. He can probably afford to lose this one and still win the game. You know how this works. All right, big engagement here at 18 minutes. We've got Snow marching in. Vultures trying to absorb those shots so tanks don't have to. That is so many takes. Yeah, do not head further north. Don't do it. Okay, maybe we're just gonna sack all of these drones. All of these dragoons. That's a dr word. Yeah, okay, so didn't just YOLO all those Dragoons into siege tank fire for absolutely no reason. Good to see. High Templar heading out in that shuttle. We saw Storm getting researched about 6 or 7 minutes ago, so no real surprise that those boys are out. New base? Okay, new base. Shine is just trying to, I guess, keep up economically here, but it's going to be tough. He's got 4 bases. He's got 5, and now he's working on a 6th base here, but 2 of them are minerals only. It doesn't have as much gas as maybe saying, 5 bases would mean. Yeah, so this top right base is in trouble. DT's maybe going to try to wander down here and deal with it. There was a scan. I don't know if he rescanned. Apparently he rescans because the DTs just died. Cool stuff. Snow maybe tried to assault up this direction. Too many spider mines, too many siege tanks. They wipe out a small tank encampment here in the middle of the map. Shut that thing down. And this is getting dicier for Snow all of a sudden. If Shine is able to take this kind of top third of the map Which, good storm. Shuttle unloading the High Templar, getting storms off. There you go. Oh, I think he was hoping the storm would hit this tank right here, but it did not. Tragically. So Snow's just trying to make it as hard as possible for Shine to take this top right base. Because if the bottom 2/3 of the map belongs to Snow, yeah, he's in an okay position. He's probably favored to win at that stage, but if... he'd really rather that Shine not have the full top third of Polypoid. Because that's going to allow him access to 2 more refineries. That's going to mean a lot of siege tanks. And a lot of spider mines and a lot of vultures and whatnot. I mean, vultures are a mineral dump, but you know what I'm talking about here. Okay, there we go. Just delay, 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 delay. He's not doing enough to actually defend it because coming through here is kind of a nightmare. Yeah, Snow just kind of dancing a bit. Beautiful storms going down on those tanks, but not enough to bust up there. Once again, if you could just find smaller groups of siege tanks, smaller groups of Goliaths. Too big, says Snow as he backs it out. So Shine is really taking it to Snow here. Finally clearing out this top right. He'll go ahead and throw down a command center there. Maybe float one over from somewhere else, but also having those comm sats is nice. Maybe some nuke silos, but nah, that would require... I mean, it wouldn't require that much. You already have a science facility, right? Yeah, here it is. It's floating. We've seen that before. Just throw it down, covert ops that thing. You're good to go. All right, Zealots Dragoons assaulting. Why assault this position? I guess it's more of a staging ground for getting into the natural in the main base if you can take this, because this is mined out as can be. Also, a bunch of transferring SCVs get stormed. None of them die. Another group of SCVs didn't get the memo the first time around, and they're allowed to actually escape. High Templar does not have energy for a storm. So this is clearing out space. Is Snow trying to go for carriers? Not really, no. He really wants that command center. He gets the CC. Didn't kill that many SCVs. Killed a couple siege tanks. A lot of spider mines died, but I don't know about that attack from Snow. If he'd maybe forced a lot of repositioning from tanks to come over and defend this, and then attack right side, I could have seen that making a lot of sense. Once again, just trying to attack where the bulk of the tanks are not. More SCVs transferring through a war zone. They're like, why does this keep happening to us? What did we do? Obs? Goliaths are all about those obs, man. Priority target for those guys. They're the only ones that can do it. Once again, engaging in this position. This can only be defended because it's a high ground position that can allow to easier access to get into here and then into the main. Easier access for drops into the main base too. That's the only reason that Shine is defending this. Because if it was a base over here, for example, I don't think he would bother. Because it doesn't provide as much strategical resource. Poke, poke, poke. It's time to poke. Killing spider mines is worth. Zealots feeling a little bit better about it, but then there's a lot of vultures and Goliaths up that way. Try to storm it. There you go. Opening a path for Zealots to get in here. High Templar says, I can storm those SCVs. I can storm those SCVs. I can storm them. I don't know if... Okay, we're not going to storm them. We're going to hold on to that storm for something later, I guess. I don't know what it is. Maybe something here inside the main base. Dragoons, they know they're not making out of there. These are YOLO Dragoons. It's usually YOLO Vultures, but you only live once, guys. And by living once, I mean you're going to get into this base, you're going to die. But you're going to delay construction on this command center. It's very... No, I don't know. +3 attack on those Dragoons. 3/3 siege tanks. Gets a cancel on the command center. Big win for Snow. Gotta love that. Snow fans are dancing in the aisles with that one. So, Shine... Slowly mining out here, guys. He's got 2 bases he's mining from. Okay, there's 3, I forgot. This one is still alive, despite the fact that Protoss forces walked right past it. Could have totally stormed these SCVs. Killed a bunch of them. Would have been nice. Didn't bother. Smoke for siege tanks, making an attack on the 3 o'clock base. Snow said, I knew this day would come. I'm going to allow this base to die. Maybe counterattack somewhere else. Like maybe this high ground minerals base. Zealots jumping on top. Are there enough? I don't think there's enough Terran forces to save this thing. Yeah, that's a liftoff on the command center. A flee from the SCVs. But a bunch of them do get stormed as they retreat to oversaturate this bottom right base. North Storm, yes, tanks wiping out. Well, getting wiped out there as well. This is a tough look for Shine. Is there enough to kill that tank on the high ground? Yes, Zealots are here. Okay, so now this top right is in a lot of trouble all of a sudden. SCV is getting sniped. There we go. Storm on the SCVs. That's what I've been looking for with these High Templar. So 66 to 41 SCVs here. This top right experience mining for Shine has not gone as well as he wants it to. Snow is doing a great job harassing it, poking it, prodding it, storming it, straight up going after it. Snow's up 190 to 150 supply. Snow is playing this exceptionally well. Absolutely crazy, crazy exceptionally well here. He's up big time here at 26 minutes. Yeah, he lost the 3 o'clock base. Not a big deal. 18,000 minerals, 18,000 gas in the bank. Still mining happily from several other bases. Got how many gateways? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. Is it 25 gateways this man has warped in today? That's insane. Absolutely insane. Again, storm on the tanks. Soften them up. Zealots trying to break the front here. Dragoons getting hits off on whatever they want to hit. There's not a mischance with storm, so if you storm up, it's better than shooting up. Shine does manage to rebuff this attack, though. I love making an Archon on the battlefield, though, because the chances of them actually coming out and fully morphing in are pretty low. Looks like Shine maybe going to try to expand over here, at the very least, making it hard for Snow to retake that. Shine doesn't really have the money to easily retake that top right or expand over here to the 3 o'clock. Yeah, man, I think Snow just has this. He's got a stranglehold on this game. He's done a good job trading well with his units. He's never attacked into a position where he just gets wiped out for nothing. He always takes down siege tanks with him, always takes out vultures, missile turrets, Goliaths, and that's it, right? This style here is just math. It's just trade, 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 trade. How many units did you lose for how many units of the enemies you killed? And I'm not really paying attention to the tanks coming up the right side all that much. Just gonna walk away from them. 4 tanks on the high ground, maybe a little bit too much. Snow recognizes that, and he quickly backs out here. Zealots too, but look, he's got this high ground position. This is what he was going for the whole time. Zealots marching in. They know they're gonna die to the vultures, but buying some time, allowing a little bit more, less distance here for the storms. There you go, to get tossed down. That was an unnecessary storm. Snow makes mistakes sometimes too. That's okay. I think this is it. 175 to 112 supply. Shine is done. What an incredible display of Snow in this match. Like, I don't want to caster curse this thing, but he's up 50 supply at 29 minutes. Shine's having a hard time getting reinforcements out of his main base. Well, never mind. He's okay now. It's been cleared out. Snow has fallen back. But the dude's making 13 Zealots at a time, 6 Dragoons at a time. For as many gateways as we said he has, yep, makes perfect sense. Just rounds of macro here. Absolutely fantastic. Always staying near or close to maxed out, which says the same thing. Reaver shenanigans. No! Shuttle gets sniped. 2 Zealots, not as scary as 2 Zealots and a Reaver, historically. Snow back to his high ground position. A lot of units. A bunch of units down here to defend. Spider-Mine's just getting laid at the front of battle, trying to thin out that Zealot count. Vultures do a pretty good job with it, too, with their +3 attack. Is there enough from Shine to defend this position? It's a choke. There's high ground siege tanks. Snow says, ugh, I really don't like it. Don't like it at all here. But, oh, really? We're just going to force our guys up here to this 12 o'clocker? Fine. That's one of the 2 remaining bases for Shine. Just kidding. This one's mining. One of the 3 remaining bases for Shine. Yeah, Comsat station dies. That hurts. You really want those. Dragoons, once again, just making it hard for reinforcements to make it over this way. Snow says, we live here now. Yeah, man. 50 supply advantage here from Snow. He's kept it pretty effectively. Again, 7,000 minerals and 2,500 gas in the bank versus 700 minerals and 1,500 gas is not going to work out if you're a Terran player. The tank count has been reduced. I mean, there's a bunch of tanks here, and there are 3 tanks down here at the top right. But look at this. Mining, mining, mining. Still got minerals at the natural base if you want them. Not a lot, but this base has been pretty much never bothered either. Yeah, I don't think Shine did enough to be active with vultures out on the map. We talk about that a lot in this matchup. And this is what happens if you just let the Protoss player get up to 87 bases like this, and then, you know, be a little more cavalier. Marching up onto high ground. And just crushing. That's it. We are done. Shine does not have any answer to this. Another command center gonna die. That's 1, 2, 3 of them. 3 CCs down today. Comsat stations down as well. High ground siege tanks trying to buy it. I mean, Shine's doing a great job trying to delay the inevitable here. Right? SCV blocking the ramp. Siege tanks on the high ground. That's almost impossible to deal with. Siege tanks. Siege tanks. And this doesn't matter. Even if this is a win for Shine, this particular battle, guess who's making 7 Zealots, 2 High Templar, and 4 Dragoons back home right now? Yeah, Snow is. So, my goodness. But yeah, hit the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the Brood War. I'm here 6 times a week with Brood War content, which is just glorious. Top right base from Shine. He's got it. I mean, that gives me a little bit of hope, right? I look at this and see hope, but also this base is still dead. Is it worth retaking? Yeah. Yeah, there's 1,000 gas at it, too. A lot of tanks, man. Is there any kind of... No Protoss should engage this position, but Snow says, I am no Protoss, I am Snow. Yeah, high ground shots all the livelong day. Good storm. Friendly fire siege tank splash, making a big splash here too, and that is it. High ground siege tanks are gone. Nothing protecting these SCVs from the horrors of Zealot Psy Blades. Okay, this Zealot needs to do something. This Goliath's done some work. A couple of vultures joined the party too. That's nice. But we done. We are finito. I mean, Snow doesn't have a lot of gas in his bank. He's done a great job spending, but if all he makes are Zealots right now, I think that's gonna be pretty much enough. It's 200 to 72 supply. Snow's been able to max out. All mining at the top right base is stopped. Mining at this remaining right side natural expand for the top is here. But man, these SCVs are getting hacked to pieces. Somehow that Zealot has 0 kills. How have you been inside a mineral line? That one has 11, because that guy's been kill stealing. Oh, we're bringing probes in to free up available supply and eat tank and vulture shots so the Zealots can do the work. Dude, what the heck? GG. Shine taps out and Snow is our winner here in 34 minutes. What a bonkers PvZ there from Snow. Yeah, I don't know there was ever a point that I was necessarily worried about him in this match, which is, you know, not exactly Not exactly something that you're super happy about, but my goodness. Incredible. Like, absolutely disgustingly incredible stuff there for our guy Snow. I mean, just if you like Snow, this was the game for you, because he just expanded a bunch, controlled the pace, controlled where the action was, engaged into positions where he got tons of value over and over and over and over again, got a massive bank, remaxed consistently after losing units, spent his entire gas bank, still had 4,000 minerals at the end of the game, and then for the coup de grace, came in here with a bunch of probes and won with those guys too. So great stuff from Snow. Absolutely killer impressive display here at 35 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Shine more active with his vultures. Maybe some drops would have been very cool too. Would have been pretty nice. I did like his attempt to expand. It was just a little bit slower maybe than it should have been. The top right base never got going. I mean, there were, 200 minerals mined from each of these mineral patches, which is not a lot. That is not a lot of time on the time scale. So GG, man. Snow getting that win. And let's check out that final score. 353,000 points here from Snow, 298 from Shine. APM's even. Shine outproduced the Protoss by a big measure, but got outkilled by similar numbers here. The money's going to be the big deal, right? 35 to 29 buildings raised, and 103,000 resources spent to 73,000 resources spent. 30,000 resources outspent here in 34 minutes is a lot. That is a big number, and that's how it works. So GG, that was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic display of how to play PvT from Snow. Like, this was just it's a manual. It's a manual you can read. Step-by-step instructions. How do you defeat a Terran player? And just play like Snow. That's how you do. But yeah, GG, and that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.